Hello. As promised, in my previous video about boundaries and not being able to say no, I said I would be talking about guilt and regret, which can often arise from those situations. First of all, I'd like to say if you are processing feelings of guilt and regret, kudos to you, especially if you're a man, because guilt and regret are emotions, and emotions lie beneath feelings. So emotions are in your subconscious. So if you are tapping into those feelings of guilt and regret, this is an opportunity for you to grow. It's an opportunity for you to process. So kudos to you for that. Moving on, I would say that I'm going to name two. There's like two possible routes that this could be leading to. The guilt could be that what's actually happening is that you are fearing the judgment of others. Could be. It could also be that's an external explanation. An internal explanation would be that you are not actually living up to the standards of your own internal moral compass. So what you would do is to check your moral compass and see whether you have set this compass, whether you have set it or whether it's just what you've been programmed to believe and what you've been conditioned to believe. Another thing leading on from this, a good thing to learn, something that I found very helpful to learn is forgiveness. Now, in my life, I've sometimes found it very difficult to forgive myself and to forgive others. But what I've learned throughout my time here is that through forgiveness, when you forgive, it triggers a healing response within. Forgiveness can be very, very healing. And it may mean that you're forgiving someone else that has done something to you, or it may well be that you are actually having to forgive yourself to trigger that healing response. So the question I would put to you today is, if you could forgive yourself for one thing, what would that one thing be? Let's start the healing process. Let me know in the comments. I can talk you through it if I need to. I can give you my 2 cents worth. And then what I'm going to do for my next video is I'm going to, leading on from that, I'm going to talk about self-acceptance. How to accept yourself, not faults and all, not warts and all, but just how to incorporate every aspect of your being and accept it unconditionally.